Hello, my name is Zhatelier, welcome back for another episode of EU4 as Ethiopia. In previous episode we were mostly just drilling the troops, building a bit of ports in there and keeping an eye on the fact that Mamluks are the defender of faith right now for the Sunnis. Which does mean that we can't really expand southward right now, not ourselves at least. But what we can do is we can start heading west. And we already got one of the armies moving in there, we can probably bring in the second army just in case. I mean, it might be a bit of a waste to be fair, but... we'll keep it drilling for a little while. I want to get at least one more. Oh, I didn't mean to close that. One more claim. But now we've got the conquest on Pundri, so we can get at least, you know, some of the areas. So that's going to be their capital. I don't think they have any forts or anything like that. And right now, this is fairly low development, all things considered. We could have another 6 regiments, to be fair. Suppose what I could do in here... Well, we did get the cavalry combat ability, mind you. I'm going to get another 2 cavalry for this army. And maybe the other army is going to get another... Like, if this is going to be more sieging army. Although it doesn't have the siege commander, mind you. But we could get another 2 artilleries, for example, in here. So that's going to get us to 18 and 18, so 36 regiments total. I don't suppose, is there any... Oh, there's tech that we can take. Yeah, let's take that one. We can... Oh, right, governing capacity. We don't really need to worry about that one too much. But, we... Oh, acts of uniformity. So, institution and placement cost will be slightly increased, but the missionary strength will be improved as well. So I think that's actually fine, because that means that we'll be converting areas a lot faster. And there we go. This is now no longer majority Jewish. It's now Coptic. Which goes for most of the areas that we control right now. So that's already good. Is that one... So they say religion is Coptic, but the religion in the provinces is fetishist. Okay, let's go ahead and get... I'm going to get a claim on the... Probably the capital. It might still take a few moments though. I guess another thing that I can do, I'm going to go ahead and build the fort over here to make sure that that crossing is at least somewhat secured. And now we can get the second claim. We've got all the troops, let's get this one in position here. Start sieging the enemy capital as soon as we're ready. They don't have any allies, and they are probably somewhat scared. I mean, I know I would be. So now that we are ready, let's go ahead and declare war. I think we're going to go ahead and declare the war on Wailula, the one that doesn't have any fortifications. We're going to split the army, then one half in it there, and then this army is just going to go for the enemy capital. We'll have 4 sets of, 4 regiments of cannons there, so the siege should be going rather rapidly. And the enemy has 6,000 men army. So, nothing massive. I believe we can basically take everything from them in this war. And let's go ahead and send this one over there. We'll bring in one of these in here instead. I don't remember if this is 2 or 3 provinces in here. Seems like it's just 2 provinces that we're facing right now. We did lose the Grand Captain, but is there... There's a discipline advisor. I'm going to take that one. Oh, Mamluks announced me his arrival. Well, I guess about time. Yeah, so it was 2 provinces, so they can probably have their armies. I think they're... I don't remember if this is 1 or 2 provinces. That might be still just one massive province. Yeah, it's just one massive province. We'll send both of these armies in there. The enemy capital should be in our hands very shortly. Okay, it's food shortage. We're not quite there yet. Oh, trade dispute with Mamluks. Alright then. Well, I suppose 2 can play that game. There we go. A little bit of... Oh, there we are. We have engaged the army. And the enemy... Oh, we won the siege of the capital. Let's go ahead and group these 2 up. I'm going to send this one closer to the front line again. And we're going to get the maritime idea. I think we are going to do that right now. So we'll get a bit more naval tradition. How much can we have? We could have another 3 ships, actually. A lot of sticking in the water. Military advisor leaves the court. Oh, You know what, yeah, well... Oh, Argeron announced me his arrival. Well, I can't declare any new rivals right now while at war. I'm going to go and take the fort defense advisor right now. That might be very useful in the not too distant future. If we're going to end up in a war against the Mamluks. There we go, that's another peace deal that we can do in here. Take as much money as we can, which is only 45 ducats. There we are. That's a bit more land in here. Let's start coring. And then, let's see, is that... No, the nobility will be loyal enough soon enough so we can claim some more land. And, of course, we're just going to go ahead and get this one somewhere slightly closer. What we'll probably need to do is get rid of some of these rebellions. as soon as we are able to. Are we actually converting Harar? We are, okay. What's our mission right now? We don't have any in here. I mean, we've got the mission tree, but like the agenda, rather, not the mission. I'm going to say the extra legitimacy. I think that's going to be good. So we've got a neighbor over here that we don't actually know of yet. So they probably know me, but I don't know them. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of rebellion, or rebel suppression down here. For the first army. The second army could probably actually just go ahead and do some drilling in here. For at least a little while. Well, there's the highlands over here. We could potentially build a fort, rather, not a port, in here. Provide a little bit more protection if they try to head south. We might need to also get a fort in Berber. That way, if and when we start fighting the Mamluks, we'll at least have defenders. Our income is a little bit... Oh, never mind, it's not... Oh, no, it is actually reduced quite a bit. Oh, it's probably the gold modifier. No, the gold modifier hasn't expired. The army maintenance has gone up a lot, though. I mean, suppose we have an increase in the army quite a bit. But we did also lose the advisor. Plus, we've got the 2 more expensive advisors right now. So that is also quite a massive expenditure in there. Our income hasn't really been improved that much recently. But yeah, right now it's just waiting for Mamluks and Ottomans to start fighting. I think, I wonder if... Well, the Ottomans have definitely started expanding over there, that's for sure. Don't know about much of the others. We probably don't need all of these forts up here in the rear, so we can save up a little bit of money at least. Ooh. Conservatorship rights. Diplomatic cost for 10 years plus 10%. It's going to take a while before we get that one, so we'll take the cost. Before we're ready, we'll probably have that. I mean, oh, right, we can get the sailor modifier. How's the sailor? Okay, we are getting some decent bit of sailors now. Oh, and... I think the burghers will need to know their place. They are having a massive influence already. I do not want to increase that any further. And now that the conversion over here is done, we can put a no edicts in there. That's going to give us a bit more cash. Is there still a lot of areas that we need to convert? There's a few, but I think most of them we can't convert right now. We are still having one place, it's Beja. And that is, well, probably will be done soon enough. Or quickly enough. With that, well, ooh, Italian wars. Alright then. At least we know Italy. Now we could be the first one to get the... Well, not really the first one. We can get the quality ideas, idea number 5, naval drill. So morale navies goes up. We'll also increase the yearly legitimacy and chance of getting new heirs. We'll take that one. And taking off the people, we can get some more legitimacy. Or Ethiopia get consulted people until the death of... Oh. -2 unrest from that. It's not actually a bad idea. It's a bit of cost, but that's fine. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting 8 ducats per month. I suppose the missionary maintenance was at least one of the things that happened there. And someone in diet, we could do that now. I suppose that's going to increase the influence quite a bit again. Let's see. Clergy, they want Gondor to have level 7 base tax. But that will increase the clergy's loyalty again. I think we are going to do that. We should be able to do that fairly easily. So we'll just go ahead and do that twice. And now we should be able to complete the mission. Resolve the Sabbath issue. So for 25 years we get the religious unity and government reform progress plus 100. Is that... Oh yeah, that is enough. Now, what is the next? The military doctrines and organization. Organized military staff, reinforce speed, reinforce cost, national supply limit modifier, that's not necessarily bad. Artillery costs and artillery barrage costs would be quite useful. Defensive stance, fort defense, garrison size, and max hostile attrition. That's also potentially useful against the Mamluks. Sustained discipline, land attrition is reduced, armor drill gain modifier, and regiment drill loss. Cavalry warfare, cavalry costs, and cavalry to infant ratio. Mercenary, well, probably not going to rely on mercenaries too much. Amphibious specialization, sailor modifier, marine force limit plus 10%. Attrition when loaded on ships, minus 25%, and disembark speed, plus 25%. Naval professionalism, morale of our navies, yearly naval tradition, and ship costs. There is elite mercenaries, but that's not something that we can take. Current privileges to the Kawa. Kawa's gained minus 10% fire damage received. Alright, that's the ones that we need to spend mill points for. Honestly, I think we might go for the military engineering, quite frankly. I don't think it has an impact on the maintenance of the units, necessarily. But the artillery barrage cost reduction, I mean, no, actually, we're going to go with the defensive stance. The max hostile attrition is going to be really useful. Fort defense means that the forts that we have won't fall even nearly as quickly. And the garrison side means that they need to have more troops on the forts. And if they are relatively low development provinces, which most of them are, yeah, it's going to be pretty risky for them, I reckon. So that should allow us to have a bit more stuff in there. It might take a month to take over to... Yeah, now it's increasing there. Does this one... I don't actually... I suppose they'll need to have at least like 7 regiments already, maybe even 8 to start sieging down our level 2 fort. Yeah, max garrison is 2400. There we go. Getting quite a few cores over here now. We still haven't discovered Yao, which is the one over here. But we're hopefully going to start expanding down that way. I don't know if that's an animist or if it's a Sunni nation. Because if it's Sunni, then that's going to be a problem. Oh, we'll lose some sailors. Well, that ain't good. We are getting some sailors at least, so it's something that we are recovering. But yeah, it's limited effectiveness still. So that's 2 of the cores done. We are still behind... No, actually, we're not behind in any of the techs yet. Well, we don't have colonialism. That's a problem. We'd probably have to sport it in, but right now, I'd rather spend the... Oh. No, I'm going to improve our relations with Ajuran right now. And I could make a state over here. It will make it a little bit easier for us to convert to places. So we can seize lands. Oh, no, nobility is not quite happy enough yet. Although, it ain't far. And we can get a little bit more crown lands. Okay, let's do that. And now we get some more reform progress growth and max absolutism. Which right now, well, we don't know what exactly it's going to be. Well, we can find the information, but we can't see it easily through here. If we go through this way, let's have a look. Max absolutism. 36. It's not very high. Ajuran's claiming our lands left, right, and center. How is our force limit right now? Okay, we could have up to 40. I'm gonna go... Oh, and we lost the military leader. There was the one over here. We've got... You know what? I'm gonna make sure to stop drilling on this army because I don't want to have my king die right now. We got a little bit drilled. We got some professionalism out of it. We're going to go ahead and get another 2 infantry regiments for that particular army. And this one's also going to get 2 infantry regiments. We'll get 40 regiments total. So at least that's not necessarily quite enough to fight off the Mamluks, especially if they have allies joining in the war against us. But it might be just about what we need. Now, technically speaking, how's the army? Okay, it's about 60,000 almost. So it is quite a bit more. I'm going to go ahead and get another state mate over here. Not too expensive. Yeah, so that's sorted out there. Oh, right. I guess what we could do is provoke some revolts. Deal with one of them at a time. But we can get rid of these so we don't need to have the rebel suppression going on in here. And we could potentially do some other warfare related things. But yeah, that went rather quickly. The next one's Fungi. I suppose we can just, you know, sit in there. Oh, is that one? Is there a lot of places over here that are still relatively high autonomy that we could maybe reduce? Like that one. It might cause a bit of unrest in certain places, but it's not the worst. That way we can get a little bit better income of everything, really, from those provinces. Right now, with the army, all the army reinforcement costs and all that, we're not actually gaining a lot of money. Now there's the Fungi Separatists. That's going to be a little bit more. 14 regiments. Might be right underneath us. Nope. Oh, that's not exactly where I thought they would be. Well, we'll probably get there in time. Oh yeah, we've got a fairly good morale against them. At this point, I'm actually going to go ahead and just sit you in there. In Alodia. We won't be able to trigger that one quite yet. But what I might do actually is just reduce our army maintenance a little bit just to save up on some cash. Because our income right now is not particularly great. Now, part of that is because of the more expensive advisors, which we kind of do still need. Also, let's go ahead and reduce the inflation a little bit, shall we? Keep that one in check as well. And if need be, we can sell titles, get over almost 600 ducats. It's not the worst. We've still got the missionary in Beja. Or Beja. Ooh, you're many separatists. Okay. Well, if the Mamluks... Oh. Hortigofa has corrupt connections. Ah, it's a trader. Okay, so that would cost us some trade efficiency. And we'd lose the advisor, we'll take some corruption. We're not paying for corruption currently. I'm gonna take the corruption this time around. It'll cost us quite a bit. The routing our corruption will be... It's actually not that much, I thought it would be more. We do have a total development already of 339. We could get to 340 quite easily. We're not particularly close to becoming a great power, partially because we do not have the colonialism. But I suppose eventually the Portuguese will find us with their expeditions that they are doing. Oh, and we know of Aragon, so that's at least good. They are a junior partner of Castile, so Spain will form. Alright, the tax income loss was reduced now. Oh, I'd rather not lose stability. It's going to be a bit more expensive for us to recover. Yeah, it's 140 points versus 100 points. Although, technically speaking, it might be increased slightly because it is already level 1. We could get the quality ideas. I guess, yeah, we'll take the reduced naval attrition. Getting the extra 20% fort defense is going to be quite tasty, actually. I mean, most of these areas, we already got... Coptic gives 15% already. Then we got the advisor for 20%. We got the reform for 15% as well, so we got already 30% at all times, essentially. And then if we get that one 20%, so that's 50%. Yeah, it's going to take a while for them to seize down any of our... well, any provinces, really, but especially the fort provinces. The downside is... Oh, Mamluks are fighting Ottomans. Oh. Okay, so if the war goes badly for them, they might not be willing to help any of the nations down here, which means that we can then start expanding through most of the Horn of Africa, I reckon, to build up army sizes a little bit. Alternatively, what we might be able to do is do a war against Mamluks as well, while they're still going to be joining in there. Because what that might mean, we can then take at least Suakin, which I believe will give us some claims. There was a mission. This one. It's going to be another port for us, I guess. Restoration of Christianity in Suakin and government reform. Okay, so we are going to get through the government reforms fairly quickly if we just go through the missions, really. We do also have a little bit more points in here. I guess we'll go ahead and build up the port in Berber. And Protestantism hasn't spawned in, apparently. Because the Age of Discovery is ending. Oh, and not all of our provinces have a renaissance right now because of we conquered these areas. Well, we'll get those eventually back. Whether it's going to be in time or not remains to be seen. Okay, we could have another 2,000 army somewhere. We'd maybe start building a bit of a Kawa army. They have less attrition, reinforce speed is faster, and they receive less shock damage. That could be useful. Could be very useful, in fact. I want to complete the quality ideas to get the hostile borders thing. So monthly war exhaustion is going to go down by 0.03 or something like that, was it? Yeah, 0.03. And then we'll also get the artillery combat capability, or ability, not capability, and then discipline plus 5%. So that will make our troops already fight relatively well. We can still improve upon that, of course, a little bit. But it's already going to be a fairly good boost there. We're getting 12 ducats per month right now. Of course, our troops aren't in full maintenance. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and reduce the maintenance even further. Traveling minstrel. I'm going to take the free stability. So, well, an extra stability, rather. Oh. I'm going to take the Diplotech cost. We still got the extra cost for Diplotech right now. So it's going a bit up and down, actually. Yeah, consulship rights, and then there's the naval focus. They, you know, remove one another, I suppose. Ah, there we go. The Burka influence has started dropping a little bit. Now, we don't have a massive loyalty on anything. It's not the worst, but it's not that great either. Still, I don't think... Actually, how's the... Well, the Mamluks still have a lot of troops. But they are definitely busy with a war in here, so I'm wondering... If I was to declare war on Ajuran, would they join in that one? They would still. Oh yeah, they got a little bit of war exhaustion, occupied and besieged provinces, but that's about it. Oh, Protestant entrenched. Okay, price of fish goes down. Good, some on the diet. Won't be able to seize lands right now, but I guess we could do this one. We don't actually need to get the clergy happy anymore. Burghers want sober to have some base production. Burghers a lot of money, mind you. Get that one. I suppose we do need to increase the development in here a little bit. So we can upgrade this one to level 2. And there we go. A bit more loyalty, a bit more money. So that's all good. How's the trade looking like us for now? We've got 12% still in Gulf of Aden. At least all the trade from Ethiopia essentially is moving into Gulf of Aden. We got a decent, well, we've got 12%, but it is split pretty evenly in here. We're not making a huge amount of cash from there. It used to be a bit larger, actually. But it doesn't seem like that's the case anymore. Can we get, okay, we got that one already. Oh, let's get a marketplace in Adlin. Or Adulis, sorry. Also got the castle building up here as well. So, I suppose the Mamluks, they got the Ep9 right now. They have lost a bit of troops. They got still a decent amount of manpower. But they are, as they are fighting the Ottomans right now, I think they are probably going to lose that. Which will weaken them. I don't know how much their army size will drop because of that. I'm assuming at least somewhat. No, we could have marines. Of course, we don't have any sailors to speak of, really. Or we don't have nearly enough sailors to speak of. I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of a transport fleet as well. We might not need it right now. But I suspect that it could be helpful. Oh, that's Mara. Okay. I do not have claims there. Do I have claims on the other side? No, we don't have claims in Arabia yet. We do have a lot of claims down south. I do want... Oh, right. If you... Okay, Mamluks would still join. They got a little bit war exhaustion. But have they managed to... No. Oh, they have managed to de-siege some of the areas. They're not sieging down the Ottomans. Alright then. We could improve relations with Mamluks, I guess. Sure, we can take that one. We can then complete the quality ideas. That's going to give us the fort defense even higher. I wonder, actually, what is... If we go for army quality... defensiveness, 71%. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty decent. Of course, our professionalism isn't very high, but it's one of the highest ones that we know of, admittedly. Tradition is somewhat poor, compared to the Mamluks anyway. Our morale is... Well, I suppose we're not fully maintained. We have a look at the army size. Venice has bigger army, Mamluks have bigger army, and then there's a lot of nations that have smaller armies, but of course we're not even nearly to the top of the list in terms of army size, because we don't know most of the bigger nations. Things like Ming or Austria or France, Britain, even Castile we don't know of. We don't know about Muscovy, Poland, and of course Ottomans. There's a lot of nations, but I do see that Timmy's were broken up pretty effectively, so that's good. But it's kind of good, and also it's a little bit bad, because they might be one of those powers to keep Mamluks in check, really. Ah, there we go. We could seize lands. I guess we'll do that now. I got 58%. And also, how bad... Can we... It's probably political map mode, isn't it? Or is it economical? It's probably economical, actually. Local autonomy. It's not the worst. I suppose there's places like Alza over here that we could probably reduce it without a problem. And Tajara might be similar, yeah. But we'll do that so we can get more out of these. Okay, this one might cause small issues. We shall do it anyway. That's also going to cause some issues. That's going to cause a bit more issues. I'm going to hold off on that one. How's the... Okay, there's a bit of unrest in there already. Maybe Berbera is something... Oh! Okay, Ajaran declared war on Ogaden. That's a few things. And... Arden? Oh, Adal, sorry, wants to go through mines. Okay. So wait, so Ajaran is fighting Ogaden and Adal. They're probably taking that one. I do wonder if that's... No, I can't really do much about that one. I could select a naval doctrine right now. Chance to capture enemy ships could be quite useful to build up our fleet. On the other hand, naval maintenance, that would save us a bit of money. Or galley combat ability. We've got a lot of galleys, and that's probably going to be our main fleet for a while. So that could also be useful. I think I'm going to take the galley combat ability, just so that our fleet can punch above its weight a bit further. Let's get the transport ships through the fleet. Here we are. So it's only 3 that we can transport right now. We could probably get an... Oh yeah, we could actually get another 2 ships in here. So we'll get it to 5, so we can at least transport 5 regiments at a time. It might still not be even nearly enough, but it is a start. And there's a castle in Berbera that is almost done. Is that one? Right, it's got a tiny bit of unrest there. And it's the... No, the autonomy is actually not going up right now. But I suppose since the... Yeah, we did reduce the autonomy quite a bit, so our total income has gone up a lot. Let's have a look at the... so that was in economic, wasn't it? Local autonomy. Oh, quality of wool. Oh, there we go. So is this one going to be a bad one to increase? I guess we can probably reduce it in there. It's going to cause some unrest, but we can reduce the... or take care of the rebellions quite easily. Soba has already got that problem. Most of these should be largely fine, even with some reduction. There we go. So that's local autonomy reduced rather drastically. Is this one... Oh yeah, that one could be turned into 0. This one could be turned into 0. Can't do much about that one. But most of these areas are now in fairly good shape. Is that one? Yeah, we're going to reduce that. There we go. So, basically no autonomy. We've got 46 ducats per month income. I think it went down or up like a tiny bit. Not necessarily as massive as one might hope. Oh, and Alodia is... let's go ahead and actually increase the army maintenance again. Might reduce the income a little bit, but we want to get rid of the rebellion in Soba. And for that, we might want to make sure that our troops are actually up for the task. I'm getting a new general. Oh, 2232. That's pretty decent, especially the 2 siege pips. Might actually switch it over here. Because that's a siege army. I guess somebody will be taking care of this. Oh, and improved capital with some manpower. Sure. It's even higher base tax there now. I think at this point it might actually be worthwhile getting the church in here. Yeah, 0.26. It's not a huge income increase, but it is an increase, nonetheless. And it might still be getting some more development over time in there. So, yeah, that should be fine. Oh, we lost our trader. Well, that's unfortunate. We could get the improved relations advisor. I guess we'll do with that one for now. I don't want to increase the advisor cost too much currently. Yeah, there's now tons of different revolts that might try to fire. Let's provoke this revolt now. Could be quite an easy victory. And there we are. 3,000 casualties. Ooh, prestige from land battles increased. Armor attrition from battles increased. Well, that's pretty good. And that is our king that has that. Ooh, the military engineer died. Well, there goes the 20% boost for the defensiveness. We might just go ahead and take a level 1 advisor. Oh, there's a disciplined advisor. I guess that's good enough. But that does save us a bit of extra cash right now. I believe it should be more than... Oh, we know it's a reinforcement. It's costing us a lot. So it's kind of fooling the numbers. But once the reinforcing is done... But, oh, and we could get the admin tech. A garden has been annexed. So Archer... Oh, right. And Adal's been annexed as well. Okay, Argeron is... kind of a problem in here. Unfortunately, mostly a problem because Mamluks are helping them. And how's the Mamluk looking like? They are down to 44,000 men. If I was to declare just on Mamluk, there's going to be too many nations joining in still. Although most of them are closer towards... Actually, no, there's... that one, yes, over there would join. And then there was, I think, Carmen or something like that in here. That would join in. But I guess I could take the admin tech. We're not ahead of time, mind you. There's some neighboring nations that are already probably level 10, are they? No, not right now. Okay. But there was probably more than enough neighboring nations ahead of time, or ahead of us in terms of that. So what's going to be our next idea group? Could go for the offensive. We did take the maritime, to be fair. If we go with naval, we can get our fleets to be effective in here and just clear out a lot of the enemy presence in the Red Sea, if need be. Although I don't think our fleet is quite big enough for that yet. That reminds me, do we have... no, we can't build any more shipyards right now. We could get some... Well, the barracks aren't necessarily that great locations right now. There's the workshops, but those don't seem to be particularly profitable currently. There's some marketplaces. Actually, is there any more sense of trade that we can upgrade? No, I think we've got level 2. Oh, no, there's Darfur over here. But that's converting still. We would have to develop it quite a bit. So, no, we don't really have one right now. Could, of course, always just save some money for manufactories. Right now, the options are somewhat limited, though. Or save money for the inevitable war against the Mamluks. Oh, they're having some noble rebels. Oh. Oh, right, and Yao is now someone you know. Okay, they've allied to Songhai and Kano. If I was to declare war on you... Oh, Mamluks would join that. Never mind. So, we can't expand west. We can't expand north or south or east. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. But I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll get the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.